Hi, what's up, how are we today? It's Mebby, and if there's one thing about Jojo Siwa in this channel, is that she keeps coming back. Like a boomerang. Ow! My god! Ow! Shit. Yeah, I'll be honest, I've covered Joelle a lot on this channel. A lot. Yeah. But it's not my fault that she keeps doing crazy things that are worthy of being on my channel. It's like we're destined for each other. We keep falling into the same pattern over and over again. It's getting a little toxic. Last time I did a JoJo video, I said it was the last time. I lied. I think this one is the last time. So you might be wondering, what did JoJo do this time that ended her up on this channel again? Well, I would love to get into that, but first, did you know that these drinks, the drinks that I drink every single... This isn't a sponsorship, by the way. This is not a sponsorship. Do you know that these drinks are being discontinued by V8? I've drank these very frequently for the past 5 or 6 years. My family has bought them in bulk. I think it's the last of their kind. So you guys are no longer going to be seeing these on the channel. V8, if you ever come across my very small channel, go through all of my videos. You're in almost every single one. Please do not get rid of my strawberry kiwi energy drinks. Now, what did Jojo Siwa do? Great question. Fantastic question. Well, Jojo Siwa has a cruise. Well, technically, like specifically, she has a specialized fan experience that happens to be on a cruise, but it's still technically called the Jojo Siwa cruise. So a cruise is a cruise, baby girl. But I mean, her having a cruise makes perfect sense if you ask me. I mean, imagine weeks or years under stress of corporate life, or a really tough school year, or having really busy shifts during peak summer times. I mean, all you want to do is go on the cruise you booked with your family, relax by the pool, and doze off to the sweet tropical sounds of a relaxing cruise. I mean, what more could you ask for? Yeah, the idea of a JoJo cruise sounded a little wild to me at first too, but after seeing all the videos of it when it happened about 2 weeks ago, it seemed even more interesting than I initially thought it to be. So let's talk about that. But before we do, you know what else is even more interesting than you might initially think it to be? Subscribing to me. If you haven't already, if you want to go down there and see if you're subscribed and hit that button, I would greatly appreciate it. That would help me out so much. And yeah, now let's talk about the Jojo Siwa cruise. So what is this cruise? I know a lot of people, including myself, initially thought that she was literally like, it was literally a JoJo boat. It was a Jojo Sea boat. Oh my god, that's that actually works. I'm a genius. So the Jojo Sea boat is not actually a Jojo Sea boat. It is Royal Caribbean's Utopia of the Sea. Now the whole boat of like freaking, wait, how many passengers does that even hold? On limit, me doing on the video research, let's see, 5,668 passengers. Right. So no, she didn't get 5,700 people to spend all their money on this cruise, and she didn't have to spend 3 days straight entertaining 5,700 people. That's insane. So the cruise was a normal cruise. It was a Royal Caribbean Utopia of the Seas cruise. However, Jojo Siwa was on this cruise, and she rented out certain spaces and was able to like have some contract where members of this cruise could book this cruise and also at the same time sign up for this Jojo Siwa experience and get to go to a bunch of Jojo Siwa themed stuff that Jojo was hosting while on the cruise. Okay. Perfect. So it was anywhere from 200 to 250 people who got to be a part of this experience. I think they said 225. Not so sure about that exact number. That's not a ton of people. That's less than most people's graduating class, their senior year of high school. So was not the whole freaking boat. Was not that. If you were wondering, yes, there were passengers that ended up on the boat not knowing that this JoJo experience was occurring at the same time. And that must have been an amazing experience for them. Let me just say, if I was going on a cruise with my family and all of a sudden heard the wonderful voice of Joelle singing a ballad of Boomerang from another room, I would find a way to get into that room. Okay, enough said. So yes, 225 passengers. The cruise was about 3 or 4 days long, and this Jojo Siwa experience part of it was an add-on. So at the beginning of the cruise, the people a part of this experience kind of got an itinerary. They got like a wristband for it. It honestly just reminds me of summer camp, if that makes sense. Like during like the off times where you don't have a specific planned event, you can go do whatever with your friends. You don't need to stay in theme. You're like going to the pool, doing this, doing that, and then when it's time for your event, like you get back in theme and you do the event of your summer camp. And this event is Jojo Siwa. That's the theme. Honestly, I might be giving her ideas. That might be the next move for her, and I would not be shocked. But if you want to know what some of these add-ons, these special experiences, these intimate gatherings that JoJo was having, here's what they are in the cruise. Meet and greet opportunities, Q&A sessions, dance class hosted by JoJo, high energy dance parties, build a boat workshops, trivia and music games, welcome and farewell parties, and a live Infinity Heart concert on board. What more could you ask for? Now we're gonna get into the price and the experience of this whole cruise in a bit, but first I want to clarify, in the research of this video and the previous videos I have posted, I know that Joelle has a very dedicated fan base. And one, okay, I know she is trying out using Joelle as her name. I will refer to her as Jojo or Joelle, like whatever. I think just it makes more sense to refer to her to Jojo in this context because the cruise is called the Jojo Siwa cruise. However, I'll switch between the two. She's going by both. Love it. Okay, Joelle. Anyway, I don't hate Joelle. Okay, I know she has a very dedicated fan base. I think she's misunderstood like a lot of people say. She's had a difficult childhood and a difficult upbringing. Being in the spotlight that long, it's bound to have certain effects, and those are the effects we're seeing. You know, just because I can't relate to her does not mean I don't like her. I just think a lot of the things that she's doing in the media throughout the past few years is just very interesting to observe, and I think it's all actually like strategic. I don't know how much of it is genuine, but then again, I'm not trying to cross any lines. I like JoJo. I don't understand her, and I know that. I think she's very interesting to talk about. She's fine. I also think she does good things for people, but I also think she does a lot of things for clout, and that's like the push and pull, but who doesn't do things for clout nowadays? Her music also is not that bad. Like, it is not the worst music I've ever heard. Have you heard the new Lizzo album? Listen to that and come back. JoJo's music is not that bad. Like, I know for a fact I would have freaking jammed out to that shit when I was 13. In fact, one of the first Spotify playlists I ever made has Boomerang on it. So I don't want to hear it. Like, JoJo's music is not horrible. And also her song Serendipity is like the same thing as Opalite by Taylor Swift for me. So you can fight me on that. I think they're equivalent to each other. Let's just say Life of the Showgirl is not my favorite album. With that boundary covered, let's get into the actual cruise now. So what does this cruise actually look like? Well, let's look at some of the events that were hosted. So this was like the welcome party for the whole thing.
Made it to the JoJo cruise finally. Took us long enough to get here. I want to say thank you to everybody for being here. From the littlest Peanut, who's only 12 months old. To you guys know I love to find the ship grandma or grandpa. We gotta find the oldest person in the room.
Who brought their baby on board?
Not the oldest person.
I like how the lights are on. That's a fun detail. Also, this room looks so tiny to me. This is giving, it's just giving, you know, it's just giving. The stage is just very tiny and now looks very cluttered. And now we're doing, what is it freaking called? I don't even know what it's called. It's not the Keep It Shuffle. But now we're doing white wedding dances, which is a border I just can't cross. Yeah, a lot going on in that video, and also simultaneously not enough going on. When I imagined the Jojo Siwa cruise, I imagined the biggest production I've ever seen. And unfortunately, I hate to say this, the welcome party kind of gave Charlie and the Chocolate Factory Willy Wonka experience in Glasgow, Scotland. And that's all I'm gonna say. Am I wrong about, please tell me if I'm wrong, because that, I think it was the lights on and the bareness of it, that's why it reminded me of that. For some reason, she also did this. Yeah, I don't know. It's just giving very summer camp experience. Nothing burger, lights are on, no one's home. But hey, I wasn't there. I was not there. Unfortunately, I'm really upset I was not there. Like, who doesn't want to turn up to this function for a week as part of their summer vacation? This video is 1 minute and 11 seconds long. Literally cannot stomach that. However, 111, make a wish. Later on in this video, she brought the kids on stage and gave them the challenge to do stuff, gave them medals. It's like when the kid gets called up at a zoo show, if that makes sense. Not like at a zoo bird show and they're like, do something for the audience, raise your hand. And everybody's like, oh my god, me. And every time I was like, me. And I never got chosen. And then I made it to the age of 13 and I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't be doing this anymore. I still do it. I still never get chosen for some reason. Anyway, she does this.
All 4 of you have completed my dares. Obviously, the 2 of you got your medals, but you can go that way. You 2, go on that way. Go get your prizes. And everybody, it is time for something very special. To take our very first group photo.
I have heard those lines uttered almost word for word at every single camp I've been a camp counselor at. It does feel like JoJo is just supreme camp counselor. But the thing about that is that a lot of kids go to camp. And apparently in this case, a lot of 30 to 40 year olds also go to camp. So the biggest thing that I find confusing about this cruise is just the age range of it. I don't know who it's directed towards. I have no clue who JoJo's target market is. I don't think she does either. Like she said in her welcome thing, she's like, I like the littlest peanut in the room and the crew's grandma and grandpa's. And I feel like at these kinds of events, the average age range should not be more than 10 to 13 years apart. But I could be wrong about that. But I just feel like in my heart and soul, that's what it typically should be. No, the age range is a good 30-35 average difference. It's kind of nuts because from this cruise you have a lot of parent vloggers who are filming their little kids experiencing this and how sweet JoJo's being with them, and then you have other things. But let's get into this first. You'll have videos like this.
My face on the screen, see my name in the light. Gotta focus on your passion if you wanna get it.
And is that so cute? Yes, absolutely. That is adorable. However, this looks like Vacation Bible School. This looks like Vacation Bible School. Am I wrong? Exactly. I've experienced these exact moments before. I have been these kids, except not on a very expensive cruise with Jojo Siwa. Right, so you have things like that where she's talking to the kids, she's engaging with them, and she's doing a lot of kidder things like bow decorating, glittering things. When they come up to her in meet and greet, she's super sweet and caring for them, giving them high fives, holding them. It's super cute. She's great with kids. And then you have her concerts where she'll be doing things like this, which, preface, it's not bad. It's just the stark difference.
Gimme, always taking, always shit. Can't believe how bad you did me, yeah. Don't call me pretty, don't stop begging, please forgive me. Do me good, don't do me dirty, yeah. What a waste of a heartbreak, what a stupid mistake. I saw it on your face, but I woke up too late.
Which again, that choreo was really the only big thing to me, and really just because it was a little bit sexual. It was a little bit sexual. And she obviously dances so freaking much on this cruise. And not all of it is sexual. It's just that one part. But there are just certain parts of JoJo's brand identity, JoJo's character that she presents online, including the time with this dance, that, she pushes boundaries a bit and she wants herself to appear to be more mature and stuff. The stark contrast of her demographic, it's really put on display here. I have no clue who her target market is. If she wants to be seen as mature and she wants kids to see that, or if she wants to cater to the children. She kind of switches between the two, and it's a little overwhelming. But the thing is, JoJo also has many older adults. They're not there to see JoJo grind on the ground. She just has also a group of adults and older teenagers that are fans of her.
But we know how to come back.
I also want to preface, this isn't making fun of anyone. Everyone's allowed to have their own interests. It is, again, just an observation. This person seems in their 20s. You have like a group of these people who are just sitting in a pool with JoJo, probably during one of their paid experiences. And she is dead ass doing market research on them, and it is so funny. Like, but they're all like middle-aged adults, probably drinking and also like talking to her about what they would buy from her.
There's 23 colors, and all 23 were supposed to come out for my 23rd birthday. It's gonna be a pack, but it was gonna be super expensive, so we decided, we were like, let's spread them out.
Yeah. It's okay, I'll pay the $17 shipping every week. We totally don't mind.
We should do like a package where you can buy all 4 for the month, but then you only have to ship them.
Yeah.
And they're like, yes. And she's like, you would like that?
I spent $150
Yes.
and it all got stolen.
Right. Obviously. I'll talk to my mom. We've come up with a lot of ideas on this, and that's not a bad one. I like it. We've talked about doing like a subscription.
Yes.
So that way you just always get the book.
I need a JoJo's. I need to subscribe to JoJo's.
Alright, guys. Y'all have fun.
Thank you.
I gotta go teach these dancers this dance. And then I gotta shower. Yeah, and I'll teach y'all. Enjoy. I'll see you guys later. Have fun. This is the best thing ever. This is so nice.
I'm scared that someone is filming her at all times. I don't know what is being made of this. Is there going to be a Jojo C documentary? I need to see it. Okay, sorry, that was bad. I'm so tired. I'm like out of it. I can't say full sentences right now. And there are many other fans in the older age range, but one, in order to emphasize that I'm not making fun of them, and also to like just like cut on time, like I'll just say, as you can see, she also has an older fan range, including these 2 teenage girls, I said that like Guru, including these 2 teenage girls who I have literally no clue if this is satire or not with them.
Update from the Jojo Siwa cruise. Jojo Siwa concert just ended. I don't have words for you because we're still processing, but I'm not kidding when I say the best night of my life.
And I was just saying to Heidi, like, we've seen her room tour, like her choreography, her like stage presence. You can't top it.
She's
literally cannot get better than a Jojo Siwa concert.
And like I say that with full confidence.
Like,
I say that. She says that with full confidence, and I believe her.
By the way, the majority of their videos are in
nobody
fact
on earth
glazing
like her.
JoJo.
Like, I was just started crying
Like, this is
watching
not
her,
the
'cause,
one
like,
time
look at this
incident.
girl who gets insane amounts of online hate, who is now on stage just literally being the queen that she is.
And I do think that's impressive. I do,
And then like she literally does. She
like,
literally comes
give
back
JoJo her
boomerang.
applause
I'm,
for
like,
that.
So proud of her. Also, she gave me her bracelet.
yeah.
Gagged.
I don't know if she wants it back.
Don't give it back. It's probably worth something. I don't know if these girls are playing a bit so freaking far that they literally like talk to Mr. Siwa and JoJo knows them. Like, I literally don't know if this is a bit or if they are just that big of mega fans. If you go back and watch a lot of their videos, they say a lot of buzzwords that would make you think like this literally has to be a bit, but you know, they have not let down their wall yet, so I genuinely have no clue. But honestly, I fear to actually attend this cruise, you need to be older, because I fear you need to be working a little over 40 hours a week to afford this. So unless you are a child or someone with a stable income and good amount in the savings, I fear you could not make it on this cruise, which might be why the age differences are so stark. How much is the Jojo Siwa experience gonna run you? Let's crunch some numbers. None of these numbers are absolutely confirmed to me. It was kind of difficult to find the prices of everything, but this is what I got for you. I think the cruise started out at $1,100 per person. So that includes the room, that includes all the Utopia but also includes this Jojo Siwa experience. So I think booking a room on a Utopia cruise is it $300 to $500 per night? A typical 3-night Bahama Utopia of the Seas cruise is about $441 total. So that's about $147 a night. This is actually so much cheaper than I thought it would be. Like that, it's actually not bad. I've never been on a cruise because I thought they were very expensive, but that's not horrible. That's an interior room. That's a really cheap room. So starting off cheap, this Jojo Siwa add-on is about $700 more. But again, you're getting a concert, you're getting to meet her, you're getting all these different experiences, and it's like like a summer camp. Okay, somewhat justifiable, but that was the cheaper side of it. Like, it started out at $1,100. As demand increased and other things happened, maybe it was $1,300, $1,500. That's how much the base of this was. But all these different experiences, it was marketed eventually, but not at first. She has a bunch of pay to play, like pay to add on experiences, which makes enough sense. However, it became like most of the experiences to be had that were like intimate with JoJo as marketed had to be paid for on top of the extra $700 that you spent to be seeing JoJo, period. Okay, awesome. So one of the add-ons was like dinner with JoJo, which I think was like a big hibachi meal. That was $125 per person. I've heard that the meet and greet was like an extra $300, an extra $200, but I'm also not positive about that because I think everyone did the meet and greet, and I feel like the meet and greet was one of like the key marketing parts of selling the cruise, period. I like to assume that everyone got the meet and greet, but I don't know if it cost an extra amount or not. And if it did actually cost that extra $300, so now you're spending $1,400, $1,600 just to talk to her for a few seconds. Oh, good Lord. Oh, okay. However, in my heart of hearts, I would like to believe that that was already included and that was misinformation I was hearing. There's also like a $525 add-on to lip sync battle. That's fun. I think the private dance classes that she was teaching, like teaching people how to dance, I think that was also an add-on price, though I can't confirm the amount of that. And then apparently she had a pizza/movie night in her room that cost $1,250. I have not seen any videos from that, but that is literally like the entire cruise that you get. In fact, you could just go on this cruise for $441 base price, get a drink package. Okay, maybe that's like $600. Get the Wi-Fi package. Okay, maybe $700 now. $700. Okay, maybe we add flights. Extra $200. $900. And then $2,500. Like, literally crazy. Literally crazy. You could have a fantastic cruise, doing your own thing, $900, or stay the night with JoJo for $2,500. And some people would obviously buy into that. I would like to know if it was more children at that pizza movie night or 30-year-old British people who had the time and money to take off work and go here. And I have no clue. I have no clue. If anybody has the answer to that question, please let me know. But anyway, there were a ton of paid experiences to be had with JoJo, and I don't know how many of them were included and how many of them were not included. Yeah, this is starting to get pretty expensive. And honestly, if I paid the full $1,200 to go hang out with JoJo on this cruise, I get there and then I find out I have to spend an extra $300, $500, $600 each day to get a new actual worthwhile experience, I'd be a little upset. Yeah, I'd be a little upset. But I think when people have traveled this far, they're just willing to do that. You know, they have nothing better to do. I think the merch she had available on board was decently priced, like the t-shirts, hoodies, normal stuff that she had. I think it was alright priced. I heard that one bow was $500. Again, I have neither confirmed or denied that. I do not know. If she was in fact selling a $500 bow, what the f***? But on top of the kind of insane pricing of the cruise, one of the most controversial parts were the stickers, right? How can stickers be controversial? Don't worry, we'll find a way to make them that. So she gave gift bags to everyone, and inside these gift bags were like fake passports and a bunch of stickers and stuff. And by going to different events, you could get another sticker and add it to your passport. Super cute. She was going for this like Lisa Frank vibe. I'll show some photos, some videos. She's going for some like Lisa Frank, Zara Larson vibe. But unfortunately, what she is instead serving is AI. I don't know for sure if this is AI, but it sure as heck looks like it is AI. And the only thing I have disgruntled with that, I know a lot of people use AI for different reasons, but when it comes to art and when it comes to basic graphic design, and as an artist, someone who is an artist, you should want to collaborate with other artists to bring your art together to show both of your artistry. And so I think what is saddening is when you see someone charging this much for this many experiences and stuff, yet they can't pay an artist to make a few designs for stickers. That's kind of saddening. And I don't think Lisa Frank would approve, unfortunately. No, she would not. That rainbow leopard, that rainbow panda, JoJo, they are not happy. I think the coolest part about this JoJo experience was the fact that she just like would go clubbing at night. I don't know if this was a part of the JoJo experience. It looks like she's just on the boat with like the normal Utopia Seas group clubbing. And I think she's in a disguise, and she's taking off her shirt. Okay, period. She took off her shirt twice in that video in the span of 5 seconds. That's crazy. Yeah, she would go into a disguise at night and just go to like the normal Utopia of the Seas nightclub and freaking dance like that. I mean, personally, I would do that too. I would absolutely do that. But that also makes me like feel upset, because what about all the other people who have to pay all this money to see you, to dance with you, to hang out with you, and then the people who just happen to be on the cruise for a cheaper price happen to see you and dance with you at the club and have a more intimate experience with you? I don't know. I'm not saying she can't. She could absolutely go clubbing. Again, I would do the same thing. But why are we charging a freaking arm and a leg? I know market prices. I know like it's because she actually, you know, had to freaking buy part of the boat to do all this and make all this and do all this. Like, I get that. However, I don't know. It feels a little... It feels a little I just like feel bad for some of the people who spend money, because I'm sure I know a lot of them feel scammed, but I also know a lot of them thought it was awesome, thought JoJo was the sweetest, and thought it was an amazing experience, well worth their money. And for that, I say great. I'm so happy for them. However, I know a lot of people were also like, and I know a lot of people online have a lot of different opinions. And JoJo said a lot that like she saw so many friendships being made, and that made her really happy that she can bring people together like this. Again, this is like summer camp, like fandom summer camp. This is Camp Half-Blood, but Jojo Siwa. And I think it's really, really great that this many people have found community in Jojo Siwa and are able to enjoy her music, enjoy her relationship, enjoy the way that she has grown up and stuff like that. I just find that Joelle's target market is very interesting to me. I think she's a very, very smart person. As we saw in the spontaneous pool market meeting that we were having, I think she's a very smart girl. I just think that when you host events like this, that's where the like holes in some of your market start to show. If that at all makes sense. I don't know if it does. But anyway, yeah, I'm not even going to talk about Chris Hughes. He wasn't on this cruise. I don't need to talk about him. She got a cardboard cutout of him.
Okay, we're on a mission. We're going to reunite Chris Hughes
from a
Jojo
40-year-old.
Siwa. I know she misses her man. He's going to keep her bed warm at night while the other Chris is wherever he is. Let's get active.
She's gagged. She said, oh.
I'll be back in 5 minutes, everybody.
I definitely heard a child's laugh in the room. I don't know if they understand what that means. It was funny though. Don't get me wrong. She seems funny. I feel like JoJo and I could have a good kiki, but I just don't want to talk about Chris Hughes. They seem like a very happy couple, and that's all I'm going to say on that. I just hope they make each other happy, and that's all you can ask for. So good for them. I'm going to leave it at that. And yeah, I'm also going to leave the rest of this video at that. That's a brief summary of Jojo Siwa's cruise, what people are saying about it, how much it is, and what I think of it. You know, if any of you guys who are watching this happen to go on the cruise, please let me know what it was like in the comments below. I would really love to hear about that. They are in the works. They said they're talking about doing another Jojo Siwa cruise. If I ever made enough money to go, oh baby, I am on that boat. Oh baby, I'm on the boat. I hate the ocean. I hate boats. But baby, I am so there. I am so there. And for all the YouTubers who were able to actually go and see, so jealous. So beyond jealous. But yeah, a lot of people said that it was a great event, amazing for their kids, and a lot of people said, it could have been better. I would love to know what you guys think. If you have any thoughts about this, please type that in the comments below. And hey, while you're down there, you can hit the like button. While you're down there, you can hit the subscribe button. The majority of my viewers are actually not subscribed, so I think we should fix that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I love you. Bye. Mwah. The only way that this cruise could have been improved is if Abby Lee Miller rolled in on her wheelchair in the middle of a performance. That wig snatched. I would have been gagged. I really hope that actually happens on the next cruise.